In a bankruptcy, there is more than one trustee. No matter what, there's at least two trustees on a case. And you've got the U.S. trustee, who is the policeman of the system. They are going to review your case and make sure that there's no fraud, or that your income was reported correctly and that kind of stuff. So they review the cases, and if it's a bad case, yeah, they might show up to court. I haven't had that happen for years. But there are case trustees, whether it's a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13, there is a trustee for the case. Now, for a Chapter 13, right now, he's been doing it for over 40 years. It's a gentleman in Buffalo, exceptionally nice man. First name is Al. And in Pennsylvania, there is a trustee in Pittsburgh. But his goal is to go and look at the situation. He basically, I go and do the paperwork. He looks at my paperwork, make sure everything is true and correct before he goes, and he has to actually recommend the case to the judge. So he looks at it to make sure he can recommend the case to the judge. Now in Chapter 7, the trustee is just as involved, except for the goal here, I don't want to scare you, but the goal is for them to go and look for assets that are not exempt. And exempt means protected. Okay, so my function is to go and make sure that there are no assets for him to get or her to get, and that you'd be able to keep everything. So if there are assets, they do have to go and collect those and distribute them to the creditors pro rata, so evenly, whatever the percentage may be, 10%, everybody gets 10 or 20 or whatever the case may be. The other function of the Chapter 7 trustee is to go and question you, okay, about your case. People get intimidated by that. They want me to testify for them. I can't. I'd like to, but I can't. But what you need to understand about either going in front of a Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 trustee is that the situation is not going to be volatile or adversarial like you see on TV. It is going to be the same situation as when you sit down with me and we go through the case. It is going to be businesslike. They're going to make sure that everything is disclosed. I mean, that is their main function. First function is to make sure that we put down everything and disclose everything. And there are questions, and the questions are very similar. Basically, it's the same questions that I ask, but in just a touch more detail. The only difference is you're going to have your Social Security card when you come and see the trustee, your driver's license or ID, and they're going to swear you in and tape record the conversation. It'll take somewhere around 10-15 minutes on a standard case, and then you are actually done. On a Chapter 13, we go in front of the judge. On a Chapter 7, you're all done with the court, and your case will be discharged technically in 60 days.